Oh, weird. Why does that look so... Color's really weird. We'll see how it goes. Let's see what this one looks like. So I'm looking at the YouTube stream. And yeah, so on the horizontal format, it looks great. On the vertical one, oh, it's because I had it clicked. Okay, great. That is good to know. Let's get going. Sorry, everybody, I'm so late. If anyone's been waiting around for this this episode, I guess we could call it. I apologize. Technical errors have ensued. I had some problems. I was trying to use my wife's laptop to stream. I'm working outside of our home right now for the holiday break, and getting it up and running. I was having some weird issues. Her HDMI just wouldn't take charge, so I had to get creative to get the stream going. But I'm excited to play test this edition of Bricks Over Blocks with you all. Got my controller here. Got the game, the latest build, the January 7th build, up and ready to go. So here's the plan. We're just going to rip the Band-Aid off and start playing. So I'm going to move myself lower because it feels like the right thing to do. Here we go. Put myself down in the corner here, and maybe even shrink me down a little bit further. I don't know, potentially remove me altogether, but I think maybe I won't be too much in the way right there. It's kind of tucked away in the corner. For anyone who might be hopping in, thanks for hanging out. It's been a long time since I've done a stream. The holiday break kind of slowed development down. We've got some big updates coming up. I will talk about them though while I play this build. This is a two-part build where we have some really big updates coming in. Hopefully this will work okay. Coming up on Steam. This is our Steam game, Bricks Over Blocks. Let's just get playing here. Hoping everything works as planned. Press any key. The controller is working, so we're halfway there. We actually had someone play the game recently on YouTube. I was really grateful that they played. They didn't care for the game, though. They felt like the character was moved too quickly. And I actually, now that I just started it up, I'm wondering if that YouTuber played with a keyboard and mouse instead of the intended controller version of the game. And I think that a lot of times that's where games like Super Meat Boy and other games, to turn the volume down a little bit. Hopefully it's not too overwhelming. There we go. My editor can adjust the audio to the right lengths. Well, that's what that is. No, but games like Super Meat Boy, they ask you to play with a controller, and I think that's why, because side-scroller type games, it's a lot of it's input. You slow up and slow down, where I think the arrow keys kind of give you a binary kind of, you're either moving left or right. So I like to use the D-pad when I play, and but with this one I can't even remember. It's been so long. So we're just going to start playing. Some of the big things that we have coming up in the next build, though, is we have story mode and endless mode. One of the problems we had was when the endless mode gets unlocked, which is fine. But the creative mode currently is inactive in our current build on Steam. So that YouTuber tried to play that and wasn't able to. There's a lot in the game now that I think there's a lot to look at. Pepperoni009, how the heck are you, my friend? Let's start checking out story mode. We're gonna go up to level 1. One of the big things I wanted to check out in this build, just to play test before we ship a new build, is we're getting a mini map section between levels now. Okay, this is new. This is new. What is this? This is brand new. What? I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember approving this, but it is awesome. But should not be in the, Oh, I remember talking about this. Dude, this is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, son, my level designer, we need to tune that. We need to tune that. That is too hard. What the heck have you done? So before Christmas break, we talked about adding meteors. They should not be in the first level at all. In fact, this should be a let's add these to like the 10th level. How about that? Or maybe they slowly... Jonah, if you're watching... Oh, I have a hard time releasing this build. It's too hard. It's awesome, but it's too hard. Pepperoni says it looks awesome, though. It does. I think it adds a ton. But so this is the first level you play in the game. That is a little too much. In fact, Jonah, I might even turn off the cars. I mean, this is cool. This is awesome for people who are good. But I can't even protect my ball. There's just too many meteors coming down. Look at that. Wow, dude. This is intense. I don't think I can beat the first level now. I mean, maybe I can. But those things are just gonna wreak havoc. It's gonna be tough. Okay, I mean, I can protect some of my blocks. This is really cool, Jonah, but... Okay, we did it. We beat the first level. The first wave wasn't so bad. It was just that it kept going, says Pepperoni. Yeah, dude, I'm so glad I got to playtest this build. Oh, fun. My wife is in New York City right now watching Wicked with my daughter. Oh, they've been having the best time. Keep this in your back pocket as a secret hard mode. I love it for that reason, Pepperoni, for the harder levels, but not as frequent, right? It should be every once in a while. I can see this. This is actually beautiful for the the 10th level that you have to beat to move on. I think we have some... ugh! This hurts so bad, Pepperoni. Let me tell you why. We're actually gonna put a pause on development of the game in at the end of January. And and we've taken this like almost 3-week, almost 4-week break because I've been busy with my full-time job and coming into this. And now I'm seeing these cool things that Jonah has put in the game that we suggested in our last meeting a few weeks ago. And I'm like, no, we need more time. We need more time. So I do think this has to be adjusted before we make our Game of the Year build. So Pepperoni, I don't know how it got nominated, but in the Utah Salt Lake City Independent Game Developers Association nominated our game for Game Over the Year out of all of Utah indie games, and we won, which I think is awesome. So does this just go straight to the next level? Oh, it does. So the mini map's not in yet. So my question now is are these ones going to be just as hard? Okay, so I'm not seeing any spaceships yet. I'm trying to protect everything. I wonder what kicks off the spaceships. Is it just a time thing? See how chill this is compared to the ships that were coming out? Oh. I love protecting. I love being a protector. Look at this. What is going on? There's no... Our tutorial level is the hardest level in the game now. There's no... Oh, there it is. There it is. Nope. It came. It's so cool. It's so cool. That adds so much to the game. I'm not kidding. Oh, heavens. Oh, that's so beautiful. So the plan is we're going to put a little pause on the game development at the end of January. We're trying to get a whole bunch in so we can put a pause because I'm actually working... I've been prototyping out another game that I'm crazy excited about. And we're going to put a pause on this. We were talking about it in our team meeting yesterday. Personally, and maybe I'm biased because it is my own game, but I think it's a dang good game. The problem is, and maybe this is just a justification, but platformers and brick breakers are really tough niche on Steam. I actually think this game would do really well on the Nintendo Switch. And what I could do when we take that hiatus and that break, that would give me some time to try to work on the publication process on Switch. We do have enough of a game that we can show its potential. I think, and I could be wrong, most of the time for the Switch, though, Nintendo likes a game that's already complete with a track record that they can like approve on, but I don't know. It'll be my first time finding out. This level is not as crazy as that first one. Like that amount of alien meteors is actually manageable. What do you guys think? Yeah, Pepperoni says a single wave like that feels fine. I agree, dude. I agree. No, Pepperoni, I've missed you, man. It's been I've been trying to stream on my YouTube channel, Super Mario Maker 2, for the last couple days. I've been working on like kind of a mobile setup, but I haven't been able to get on Twitch or TikTok, which you weren't on anyway. So yeah, what we could do, 1 or 2 waves like that, like Pepperoni is saying right now, 1 or 2 waves like that, and then the meteors ramp up in difficulty. So my guess, if I had to guess, that's actually a Jonah thing, not our level designer, who would ramp up that difficulty on there. So that is something that definitely needs to be worked on. And I think it might be like, I've got kids coming up, guys. Okay, I've got the other thing that happened with that YouTuber is when he went into big head mode like this, where you have the big giant head. You would die when you went to the edge of the level, and it really upset him. And that bug has been fixed for quite a while now, but it just hasn't been submitted. We've kind of been holding off. I love that fixed mechanic now. We've kind of been holding off a little bit. Oh, I got my jetpack. Yes, we can clear out the level. Pepperoni says, I wonder if level 1 is tuned like that for testing. I don't think so. I mean, maybe. Dude, you have a cabin, Pepperoni? Are you building it? Or did you just buy a cabin? That is awesome, dude. Good on you. I want a cabin. When can I get a cabin? All right, here we go. Oh, this looks different now. Sun has been playing around with stuff here. I like those little, I actually like those pickups. There's some danger in getting down to them. I just want to, okay, see the damage already? Let's see. Yeah, and then I'm able to make it back up. That's awesome. That is awesome. I really like that. Our level designer, Son, he's really been finding his own here. Really been helping a lot. That looks really good. Gonna get my head cannons. Oh yeah, I love this game, dude. Oh, it kills me. In our meeting, I was like, yeah, we're gonna put a pause on things and see how it goes. And now I'm just like, oh, I just want to mess with more of the design. I just want to mess with more of the design. This is great. This is great. That's awesome. Pepperoni, I would love to ask you where it is, but I don't think that would be appropriate when This video is going to go across to ones of tens of people, and I don't want them all to know where you live. So we will, but I would love to hear about it. Are you on my Discord? I can't remember. I should invite you. We have a WalterNet Discord. And my WalterNet Discord, actually, there's a lot more activity on that than there is my Mario Maker 2 Discord. Okay, I got my jetpacks, guys. Oh, and I'm stuck up here. Oh no! Okay, we got that one back up. There we go. Send those back up. Come on, merge. Merge. Look at that giant ball. I live in my backyard. Do you have like a tent set up? It's on the larger side of being a tiny home, but that sounds awesome. Mario Maker 2. Yeah, but some streamers, dude, are killing it on Mario Maker 2. Man, there's this one called Easy Peasy. I don't know if you've heard of him. At the end of every stream, he's like, first world record baby, and then he's always calling out no checkpoints on my channel, and I think it's a direct dig at me, but I can't prove it. Anyway, he blew past me in subscribers, and so he's still, you know, he's 60,000 plus subscribers now. Like, he definitely puts on a good show. I am what I am, you know. I like the design of this one. I don't have a ton of feedback at this point on the game. I think we've tuned a lot of the bugs. Any big changes, I actually like the player speed, so I took that YouTuber's advice with a grain of salt. So, oh no! How did that go down? And there are some quirks with like the direction the balls hit and all that stuff off of the player, but those are kind of like, yeah, that's just going to be shipped with it right now. Unless for some crazy reason we start getting some streamers picking up the game, which I think when we go right after our January build, I'm going to go ahead and start reaching out to streamers to say, hey, would you mind doing me a solid and playing my game? Sounds like Zoomer bait. What's Zoomer bait? Sounds cool. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I think I'm gonna skip ahead to some of the later levels, just because this is gonna be a shorter playtest. Let's check in some of the major bugs. Yeah, so after January, the team and I, which basically will be my co-founder and I, Derek, we'll fix any bugs that come along. You know, when we feel the urge to make some like updates to some of the levels or make some changes based off feedback, we'll do that. But major production features, anything like that, are gonna kind of stall. I am so grateful for this game. I'm so grateful for this game, what it has taught me as a developer, managing a small team, getting something published on Steam, that I think is a really good first game. I could not be happier with it. I do have to give my founder and I were talking about it. We had an intern named Ryan, and I don't think the game, I know the game would not be what it is without the effort he put into it. I mean, he went from very junior developer into just a rock star in the 2 months we worked on that. He was doing a lot of the blueprint and the coding, spending a lot of late nights that we told them not to, and he really put his all into it. It's made a lot of big changes since then, but at its core, it's been huge. Oh, sounds like the Zoomer bait. Oh, being loud and obnoxious for attention. Yeah, I think so. Should I be louder? Should I be more obnoxious? Should I be more like what is the name? Dashy? That guy is nuts. I think Dashy is like so loud and obnoxious that he's probably gonna have heart issues because of it, or blood pressure issues. In fact, I kind of can see it. I think that kind of stuff, at least when you get older, it wears your health down. I know even streaming for an hour at a time, it's exhausting. It's a lot like teaching. Especially teaching online, but teaching in general, you're kind of, that's awesome. This is a bug right here we're not going to fix. Boom. This gives me some time to bounce off some cars, which is cool. And it kind of reset itself. No, I think it wears you down. When you teach or do something like that, you're really putting on a show. And it's probably why he doesn't do live streams either. Because that allows him to be loud and obnoxious for a much shorter amount of time. Like, that's like enough to record some video. But when you're live streaming, yeah, I couldn't do that for 1, 2, 3 hours. Okay, there's that ship again. I think if it had been more like this in the intro level, I wouldn't be like, no. So I assume the way it's set up, it's completely random when it comes out, because I'm noticing long stretches of time. But I think it does need to be tuned, and I think just on a scale, a frequency through levels 1 through 10 on each of these. And you could even have it so in level 1 it's almost 0, but it could come in occasionally. Pepperoni says the human brain was not designed for streaming. It's a very unnatural thing to speak for hours on end, especially when it is fundamentally a one-person conversation. You're right, dude. So here's what happened to me earlier today. I started streaming viewer levels, and usually, Pepperoni, you've probably seen this in Mario Maker 2, usually when I start a stream, it's maybe 1 or 2 minutes before someone pops in, says hi, or adds another level. This has not happened to me in years, but I think I went the first half hour talking to myself. And what I learned from that is, because of my years of streaming, I actually can talk to myself, even if nobody's there. But internally, I was like, I am the biggest failure ever. I hope nobody that knows me sees this, that I'm just sitting here streaming to one person with 16,000 subscribers. Like, internally, that's my thing. And that's why I say health-wise, streaming is crazy emotional. It's emotional. Anyway, I got over it pretty quick, but I'm just saying. Oh, I've got my jetpack. Yeah, this is a lot of gameplay, everybody. I mean, to get through all of our levels, I think now it takes a good couple hours to get through story mode. If you're good, even if you're good, it takes a few hours to get through, a couple hours to get through story mode. Then you have endless mode, and then you have creative mode. Pepperoni says it's an amazing accomplishment to finish a project. So many creative type people get started on their creation and never finish it. The human brain was not designed for streaming. It's a very unnatural thing to speak for hours on end, especially when it is fundamentally... Oh yeah, I already read that one, sorry. Sociology major, working in human science, aka giant nerd, just like me. Yeah, I'm super grateful for this project, because there are moments where you're like, I don't think I can finish it. And here's the truth, though. It is published on Steam. I think technically after January we could say it's a full release. But I'm gonna leave it as early access. Just so people expect changes every once in a while. And for all intents and purposes, I mean, a game can stay early access for forever. That way, there are so many things we want to add and adjust for it. That way, if if by some crazy reason people start buying it again, or if some awesome streamer with a big following streams it and they're like, this is really cool, then we can keep working on it. With the creative mode, I think there's, oh, I fell in the drink. There's so much potential for that. In fact, let's go to creative mode. I need to go make some dinner for my kids soon. So let's hop out. Yes, I'm sure. Let's hop out. You're gonna start calling your novel early access? You should. I like that. It gives you a chance to publish and release something that's still, well, for a novel, like your early access is your proof copy, right? Your proofreading copy that you can send out to people and get feedback. I mean, it's the same thing. Everyone does it. I think in all fields. Okay, so we don't want to go to options. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, wow. I have to like scroll clear down here to go back. Okay. Play. We're going to go to creative mode. So creative mode isn't set up yet. Oh, no, it is set up. But since I'm not playing on Steam, I can't share this. Did you see this before, Pepperoni? You can go in and make your own levels. This is actually pretty rad. And I'm not saying that because it's my game. But it took a long time to go in and... Here's my blocks. It took a long time to edit levels for the actual game because we were figuring all this out, right? Let's check out a different block type. I just want a plain block. There it is. It took a long time to create the levels. And then Jonah came in and was like, we're going to make a creative mode. And I was like, no, let's put creative mode on hold. For now. Okay, here is my preview. Okay, let's why can't I? There we go. Okay, let's change our block type. Multi-ball. Let's add some multi-balls. What the heck? But the idea is now, and we can. This is something I think we could toy with a lot. Let's do this. Let's do a save and play. Yeah, this is creative mode, so you can create your own level. So it starts you on a little platform because you never know if you don't put a block behind you. Jump off those. But this is where people can hop in and make their own level. I guess I didn't choose music for it though, so there was no music. I'm wondering. I need to check that. But now we've integrated this into the Steam Workshop, so you can actually save your level, and friends can play it. Or eventually, I hope to have like a library of user-generated content that anyone can play and check out other people's levels. I don't know how that dangerous that is because they could use it as kind of a pixel screen, but we'll go from there. You know what I mean? I mean, I can't really be in control of what people do. This is a bug right here. Jonah, my controller's not working for this. My controller's not quitting there. Another thing I want to do. So how do I get out of this? There we go. I think this build is in a really good spot. We definitely need to adjust. There we go. So I just have the city open right now, which is fine. Is this not working? So this isn't working either. I'm not able to use my controller to go up to these. So John, if you could check that out on the endless mode, I'm not able to choose the levels. This used to be my favorite game mode. I don't know anymore. Now that we have those, I'm curious, and this is me. I can't remember if we asked Jonah to put in the alien spaceship coming through the endless mode. I think it should. because otherwise it's way too easy. I think it should just come occasionally, just like it does in every other level. So Jonah, if that alien isn't in here, let's add it, because that's going to make this a lot more interesting. Okay, we got... I'm trying to remember, if I clear it out all the way up, it's going to move faster, right? Okay, we're going to get the high score, baby. Ooh, I'm stuck up there. There we go. Smash it. Oh, no! Sorry, guys, I'm sneezing. So, part of the reason I want to get more streamers and players to play it is, so I can see what they're doing. So we have this new thing in here now. And see, if you're playing the controllers, you can tilt his head. Which I think is awesome. And aim it a little bit more. And then we set it so if you have the 4 hearts, see that yellow heart up there? You stay in big head mode if you get that. If you have that yellow heart. It's kind of like in Zelda when you have a full heart container, you have the sword that shoots. I think the technical word for it is shooting sword in Zelda. But in Breath of the Wild, they added the yellow heart so you could actually go above what your count is. And that's kind of what this is. Yeah, fix that. Fix that block. That feels so good. And there we have the multi-balls, those question mark bricks. They're toggling through different power-ups. There's nothing for endless mode currently. That would be interesting to create your own custom endless mode. So you actually choose. Right now they're random, but if you actually chose what's coming through it, we had so many different ideas and plans for this originally. I wanted to have big horizontal levels that you could go through. Some that were kind of like had platforms. Once you cleared this out, you actually had to jump up and platform your way up, which would be pretty rad. I actually have some design ideas in my head for that. And that's part of the reason I want to leave it early access, because there's some cool updates I'd love to make to it. But where am I? I'm stuck up there. Look at that. I'm stuck. I wonder if it'll slowly come down enough that I can get unstuck. That's funny. Maybe the ball will hit up there. Oh, Snikey. Oh, so you're saying like a Mario Endless where you just keep playing other people's levels? That is a beautiful idea. I actually think that would be dope. Where it's just one after another, and then we could do a rating system too. For like, you know, the easy, hard, super hard kind of stuff. I think that would be cool. Nope, we can't do that right now, but I think that would be great to add. Dude, we're stuck. I have never had this bug before. As you can see, small game studio, honestly, lightly tested. Mostly developer tested. Mostly tested by me. There we go. We're getting out. We got out. So when he jumps on bricks, he breaks them. But I was jammed up in the ceiling, so I couldn't jump. I knew that once I was able to jump. So that's like a C bug then, because you can get out of that. You can get out of it. So on the bottom, if anyone's wondering, that green circle is my fuel gauge for my jetpack. If anyone has any suggestions for that, do you think it's too obtrusive? Kind of like it, but I think it could be faded out like 50%. Okay, now I'm out of fuel. Out of fuel, my jetpack disappears. As it should. We could make this a little bit more like Tetris so that it speeds up the longer you go. I think a good idea. We haven't seen any of the alien ships. I think we should add the aliens in here. That way you're gonna die if you don't do anything. I love the jetpack. It's probably one of my favorite things. All right, so I'm going to give my feedback to the team. I think there are just a few changes we need to make. Mainly the big one is just the timing of the alien ship. Giving that... not introducing that so hard in the first level or even at all. I actually think staggering the cars, not even having the cars in the first level, would not be a bad idea. Pepperoni says the game is looking awesome. Thank you so much, Pepperoni. I truly, truly appreciate that. It has been a labor of love. I love that I can repair my blocks now. But we need the aliens in here, giving you a reason to repair them a little bit more. That feels so good fixing those. All right, there we go. Okay, we're gonna end it here. Pepperoni, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for bearing with me. Sorry for the late start. We'll get her all figured out.